Do we say hello? Katrina, do we say hi?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're standing by, giving folks a minute to come on. We're excited to have you on the call, on the webinar.
Oh my goodness, we see him coming from the East Coast, the West Coast, and points in between. Girlfriends matter all over the world. We're excited to have our tribe on with us tonight. Yes. Yes.
I love the energy I feel already. I'm very excited about the energy we feel already.
And everybody looks so pretty.
Yeah, in our white t-shirts.
From the East Coast to the West Coast.
Exactly.
Still sunny out here.
To the south too. Let's not
To the
forget.
south.
South.
So Katrina, you gotta watch and tell me when to start, because
I think we're ready, girlfriend. You can take it away.
all right, welcome. Oh my goodness, you guys, welcome. I am one of the girlfriends, Force of Friendship girlfriends, Sabrina Goodwin Monday, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And we're excited to have you on this webinar, hashtag Girlfriends Matter. I'm telling you what, we are starting a movement. We are starting a sisterhood that is going to be unstoppable, because you know what? Girls rule the world. And so people often ask, well, what is Force of Friendship? Who are you and what are you talking about? How did it start? Well, you know what? The best way I can tell you is what our press release says. And the press release says, friendship for these 6 women is not coincidental or contrived. It is honest, sisterly love that bears all things, believes in all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Throughout the more than 30-year friendship, these women have experienced the pendulum from joy to pain. I'm talking joy to pain. We've been here for each other, for the births of our children for some of us, and for the death of our parents. And so I will tell you, these girlfriends, we go way back. And I know we have lots of circles of girlfriends, because we've asked you to invite your besties on the webinar with us so we can talk about real issues, relevant, prevalent things that matter most to us. Do you guys know, seriously, that adult development and aging specialist Dr. Whitbourne writes in Psychology Today that friendship is one of the most important yet least understood areas of human behavior. She also goes on to say that as it relates to the role friends play in our lives, most of the research on friendships concerns children and adolescents, and only rarely do researchers seriously address friendships over the latter and majority of the lifespan. And so what we have, you guys, we're just girlfriends. We met through business. We're high-level executives with Mary Kay Cosmetics. We're world travelers. We're wives. We're sisters. We're cousins. We're church members. We're citizens of this great country. But most importantly, we love hard, we love deep, we love strong, we cheer each other to success. And when we were traveling, just doing our thing, women would stop us and say, I wish I had what you guys have. I wish I had that kind of relationship in my life. And so we just want to be out here encouraging you to love on one another, encourage on one another. It's so much hate in the world. We say, don't hate, congratulate. I'm so grateful for these girlfriends in my life that make me better on a daily basis. And so I'm going to throw it to Nora Sharif Borden. She's the creator of the Force of Friendship. Go ahead and text your girlfriends. Tell them to log on to this webinar. It's going to be exciting and igniting. And so, Nora, I'm going to throw it to you in Atlanta, GA. Talk a little bit about this brainchild of yours.
Okay, Miss Sabrina Goodwin Monday, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. My name is Nora Sharif, and I'm from the wonderful city of Stone Mountain, Georgia. You know, this project goes deep for me. It really does. It was in my prayer time that the Lord gave me a vision that to write a book with my closest friends. And so, of course, I took it to them, and they just jumped right on board. They loved the idea. I was just like, okay, are they gonna love it? You know, when God tells you to do something, you kind of like, oh God, you know, how are they gonna feel about it? Are they gonna say, you know how when you have close girlfriends, you go, I don't think that's no good idea. We shouldn't do that. Yeah. But they immediately jumped on board. They loved the idea. They absolutely loved the idea. And it's just been amazing. And for me, friendship is really important. They'll tell you I'm the loving and belonging one of the group, but it's so important to me. I value it. I honor it. I respect it. It's just amazing. It's amazing. The closeness. I love the closeness. I love the sisterhood. I'm close to all three of my sisters, and these are my additional sisters. And so friendship is really important. And I was just totally excited about this project, guys, because one of the things that we really, really want to do, we want to transform and impact, empower women. We really, really do. It's in the root of us. It's in the heart of us. And so, Sabrina, that's why this project is so important to me. I love women, and there's a joy when you see a woman become successful and when she smiles and know that God used you to play a part in that. So that's why it's really important to me.
Excellent. Thank you, Nora. Thank you so much. Tell them a little bit. I'm married. I've been married for 23 years with 3 children, you know, guys. One who just graduated from Howard University, going to be working for National Public Radio this summer in Washington, D.C. I've got a son, just finished his freshman year at University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and then a junior in high school. Married to an amazing man, Kenny Monday, who's an Olympic gold medalist in the sport of wrestling. Nora, tell a little bit about yourself and your family, because we want them to get to know us, our tribe, and we're going to get to know them over these next few months.
I'm married to the most handsome man in the entire world, of course, and that includes their husbands. Whatever. Believe it or not, I know I look great, but I have 12 grandchildren. I was sharing with my dentist this morning. She said to me, how many grandchildren do you have now? I said, I have 12, and we just had our first great grandchild. Man, I'm telling you, we look good. We look good. I gotta give it to myself. I look good. I do not look like I have 12 grandchildren, but I am married to a wonderful man. We have, between the two of us, we have 6 children. Our youngest daughter is 35 years old. She was 7 years old when I met these women. 7 years old. Women. So it's just been an amazing journey. And, you know, we did a video, my daughter and I, yesterday. And the thing about it that she loves is that these are her aunties. She considered these, that's the kind of friendship, that 30-year friendship, when it crosses over to the aunties. So it's just been great.
Excellent. Excellent. We're going to go to Jacksonville, Florida. Andrea.
Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Is this not exciting? I am so excited about this chat with all of you guys. I am Andrea Scott, all the way from sunny Jacksonville, Florida. I hope you guys can hear me okay. You know, well, the last webinar that we did, I was something else, okay? But now I'm Scott, okay? So, y'all, I married my best friend 10 months ago. Yes, I did. And with that best friend came 2 beautiful children, Nadia L., who is 12 years old, and she is so much like me, okay? Very fun, outgoing, loving, a people person, a connector. And of course, we have Trey Scott, who is the 3rd. He is Nathaniel Scott the 3rd. Super duper smart in a gifted program. And so again, so much like me, okay? But anyhow, I consider myself to be the comedian of the sisters, of the girlfriends, okay? At least I think that I'm quite hilarious. But anyhow, and one thing that I would like you guys to know about me, I guess, is that I sing. I do. I am the songstress. I'll break out into song at any minute, even, maybe in this webinar, I might even do that, okay? No, not really. But I do want you guys to know that I am available for weddings, funerals, and bat mitzvahs, okay? All right, I'm done.
OMG. All right, we're going to go on to Katrina Katarina on the West Coast. She lives in Chicago. She lives in the West Coast. Where are you today, girlfriend?
Well, today I'm in sunny California. Our first day looks like it's going to crack 100 degrees, so it is hot in here and it's hot on this call. And, you know, I honestly am married to the love of my life. I'm the girlfriend who was the single one of the bunch, you know, praying for a man, didn't know, had a lot of the wrong men, and now I have an amazing husband. That is how we live between California and Chicago. And I mean, you really won't believe it, but I'm the only child without children and paid for a large family, y'all. And now I have 12 grandchildren, 5 grown kids and 12 grandchildren at any moment. My husband's father is with us right now in California. At any moment, 5 of our family is about to walk through the door, okay? And so it's just a wonderful, wonderful life. And I love girlfriends. I'm the girlfriend of the group. They love to call the techie. And, I love having fun, but I can be known as to be the serious one. And I'm the one who, as an only child, I didn't know how to relate to women. I didn't have sisters growing up. And so much of my relationship skills have come from these women right here of how to lift others up. They are the best. Y'all are the best affirmers in the entire world. So I love my girlfriends.
Awesome. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you. So now we're going to go to the first lady all the way. Well, she's from Detroit, Michigan, but she's out there in Florida, I think. Where are you, Kristin?
No. Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm Kristin Ellis, and I am from the Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, and super excited about being a Detroiter. But I am actually on the West Coast. I am in Palm Springs, California. And when I tell you, it is absolutely beautiful, nothing but mountains everywhere. I'm telling you, I could actually live in Palm Springs, California. But I am married to an amazing, anointed man of God, Charles Ellis. He is a pastor. We pastor a church in Detroit, Michigan, and I have 2 phenomenal children, Kiera, and both my children have birthdays this year. I got to remember, but 27 and 25, and they have birthday this month, and we just have an amazing life. Not only am I in business, but I am the first lady of Greater Grace Temple. That is our church in the city of Detroit. And then my husband is a presiding bishop of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World. So I am the first lady in that organization. So wearing a multiplicity of hats. But I'm going to tell you what I so love about these girlfriends. Trust me, they keep me grounded. They say, we know you first lady, but you ain't first lady today. So a lot of that. But it's okay, because it really does help to keep me humble. But I promise you, I have 4 sisters, and like Noor, I'm very, very close to my sisters as well. And so these are all my sisters from another mother. It really is so wonderful being a part of the Force of Friendship.
Excellent. Welcome. Thank you, Kristin. All right, now we're going to take you to Baltimore, Maryland. Gloria Mayfield Banks, talk to us.
I'm so excited to have all of you guys meet these special women. I am so excited. You know, I was loving listening to each one of you introduce yourself, even though I know you so well. Kristin and I are born in the same city. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and so I was so excited when she's talking about the pride of Detroit, because I still do have a deep pride for Detroit and a deep pride for Baltimore and a deep pride of all these girlfriends. I want to tell you guys, the reason I'm so excited about this project, the reason I'm so excited about it is because I've watched them with each of their girlfriends that I didn't know. We all have amazing friends within our family and amazing friends outside of our family. And I would watch them with their other best girlfriends that they went to high school with, that they went to college with, that I didn't know. And then I would meet their girlfriends and I would laugh with their girlfriends as much as I'd laugh with them. And I'm so excited about my girlfriends meeting with these girlfriends, my sisters too. I have 3 sisters who are truly some of my go-to ride and die sister girlfriends. So my sisters are my best friends. These women are my best friends. You guys that are watching this are my best friends. And you know, what's so exciting is I'm married to an amazing man. I'm the one in the group that has gone through a journey of being married, domestic violence, divorced, single parent for many years, falling in love, remarried, just celebrated our 20th anniversary with Mr. Ken Banks, who is an amazing international negotiator and a businessman, and we just traveled the world together, and it's so exciting. We share 4 children. Can you stand it? 36, 34, 32, and 30. We have 4 grandchildren. I'm running to catch Nora, but not quite there yet. Our granddaughters are 12, 10, 6, and a grandson that's 18 months old. So we're having a blast. And I want to personally invite you guys to stretch your arms out to girlfriends because they matter. Girlfriends matter, Sabrina. Here you go.
Excellent. They really do, you guys. And I was so excited about this webinar. It made me go deep. You know, I love Facebook because it connects you with girlfriends that you normally wouldn't be in touch with. So you kind of get a window of their lives. But seriously, I connected over this past week of this webinar with girlfriends from elementary school. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I reached out to my Tulsa, Oklahoma friends. I know they're on the line. And then we have my girlfriends from Tennessee State University and then Boston University. I mean, the world is so big, you guys, but you know what? It really is small. My grandmother, who lived to be 102 years old, she said that if you're in a conversation and you spend 5 minutes talking to somebody and they don't know somebody that you know, you're talking to the wrong people. And that's for real. That is for real. And so just know that we're all connected, that we all are living a life of purpose, and we're going to do some amazing things. And so, Nora, talk a little bit about the crux of this webinar, the topics that we're going to cover.
One of the things that we would definitely want to cover this evening about the beginning of a relationship, a friendship. And so there's the beginning stage of that friendship, because it really determines. I was talking to my hygienist today, and she overheard me talking on Voxer about this webinar. And she said, what is that all about? And I said, well, you know what? The beginning stage of that relationship is going to determine whether that person is going to be a friend or an associate, because everybody's not your friend.
Right.
You can have all these friends on Facebook, but they're really not your friend. So that's the beginning stage. And then there's the development of that relationship, where at that point you have decided that that person is going to be your friend, and you're going to develop in that friendship. So therefore the friendship is not going to be just one side. It's not going to be you giving, and you're not able to reciprocate. And then of course the increasing of that friendship goes a long way, traveling the world. That friendship is gone to the point where you want to go on vacation, like we all go on vacation together. We have an amazing time. We travel the world together. So it's increasing in that friendship and knowing that I can trust them, and that, that they have my back. And, it's not that we don't talk about each other. If there's something to be said, we just say it. Did you hear what Sabrina said? Because she's the messy one. And so we just go on, so it's the increase, the development, the relaxation, that you're totally relaxed rather in your conversation, even in handling conflict, because of what you have developed in that relationship and what is constantly increasing. And so that means the relationship is always growing, which is a good thing. So those are some of the things that we obviously want to cover, and just to encourage you to have those kind of friendships. We want our friendship to be an example to you of what true friendship could. I mean, when I told my hygienist guys that we had a 30-year friendship, she was like, wow, you are kidding me. She said, that is unheard of.
Right.
That's really sad.
Yeah, and it's real, you guys. I mean, we understand that. Trust me, we've had some challenges in these friendships.
Oh, yes.
Right? So we're not sitting here thinking, it's been kumbaya these 30 years. There's been some falling outs. There's been some feelings hurt. We've had to apologize. But it is what it is. But we value the friendship so much. We wanted to fight for these friendships. Absolutely. And so I'm going to ask you, what friendships are you fighting for? Because sometimes I think we let them go too easily. But I want to ask Gloria and Katrina, in starting a friendship, what do you look for? Think about some of the friendships that you've started. What's important to you when you start a friendship?
Go ahead, Katrina.
Well, for me, certainly, I look for someone that is a giver, that it's not, I love what you said, Nora, that sometimes it is, when you first meet somebody, you want to discover if it's an acquaintance or if they're going to be a girlfriend. And, I believe that God puts people in our life for a purpose. So I'm prayerful at, Lord, what's that purpose? And if it is someone who, number one, she's positive. I definitely want to have positive energy. I look for her energy. What kind of energy does she give me when I'm in her space? Right. Is she others focused? I'm attracted to a woman who is just a giver and but she also owns who she is. Sabrina, your term, owning your power. I mean, because I want to be around women that help me be better. you know,
Right.
and also women that I can pour into, you know, what qualities, what can I bring to the relationship? So that's really what I look for, is the energy that she gives me.
I love that. I love that. Because because you can just be around somebody and they either give you energy or they suck it out of you. Seriously.
Right.
And that is for real. And it's a choice of who you befriend. It really is. And so if you're hanging around a whole bunch of people who suck you dry, you guys, you need to reevaluate that relationship. What do you look for in beginning a relationship, friendship?
You know, I had this thought, and then when Katrina started talking, I was like, you're right, Katrina. I do look for energy, and I do look for positive people. But I will tell you, I love to laugh. I mean, like, I love to laugh. And that doesn't mean that everybody I hang out with is can do jokes, but they know my true heart, and I know their true heart. So to me, when I look at the list of things that I look for, because I was thinking about this, because when I think about the women that are listening tonight, some of you are phenomenal at gathering girlfriends. Some of you are phenomenal at maintaining girlfriends. And some of you really do want more girlfriends. So the things that are my truth, I love women who can talk the truth, who are not afraid to tell you what's on their mind. I love women who can understand. For me, I love women who can understand my crazy time. I don't have a lot of time. So I love girlfriends who like, Gloria, can you talk now? And if I say no, they're not affected or offended.
Right.
Or if they can't talk to me now, yes, if they call me on a Friday at 7 o'clock and say, can you go to the movies in 20 minutes and I can go, bet. And if they call me and they say, I'm going to the movies in 20 minutes and I can't go, they don't get upset. I love women who can respect themselves and respect their own time. I love women who like to adventure. These girlfriends like to go to adventure. And that's why I love it. I love it when we travel. And you guys, it's different type of adventures. I remember going with some of my girlfriends on a birthday celebration, and we just did some of the wildest celebratory things, and we laughed so hard, but it was adventurous. So those are some of the things I'm looking for. But I will say this one thing that is a thread of what I love to give and what I love to receive. And I notice when I think about all the women that I love to be around, they have the gift of encouragement. Mm-hmm. They have a strong gift of encouragement. Mm-hmm. And they encourage me. They encourage my life. They encourage my dreams. They encourage my children. They encourage my thoughts. They encourage my outfits. They encourage my change. And sometimes that encouragement comes in a form of disagreement. Mm-hmm. That's not a bad encouragement for me. I appreciate even a difference of opinion, but they're there for that. So for me, I love to encourage, and I love people who give encouragement, and in different ways. Like Nora loves to send cards. You know, I love to get a card from her because it is full of encouragement. Even if I can't read her handwriting, but I do love to get the feeling of the love. You know what I mean? So encouragement is big for me.
You're not talking about handwriting, okay?
For real. Thank you, Nora. I did get a card from you yesterday. I couldn't read it, but it came in the mail. Thank you. Thank you.
You know that's not true.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Okay, so I would love to hear from Andrea Scott, because there's one thing, you know, to what you're looking for when you start a relationship. But what does it take to develop the relationship? I see many friendships falling by the wayside because we're so busy. So, First Lady Kristin, what does it take? Do you think it takes to develop that relationship?
Wow, that is a great question. I think when you're developing a relationship, it really is understanding the person that you're in relationship with, because if you, just like each of us, we all have different personalities. I know that Nora is a giver. She loves to give, where some of us may have a different love language. And so knowing what the love language is of your friends and knowing what makes them tick, and not holding them to a standard of, if I send you a card, but I don't send a card, they don't get upset because that's not what I do.
Right.
And it doesn't affect our relationship because it's not a tit for tat.
Right.
But you know your girlfriends, and so because you know who they are, then you accept them as they are. So many times I see relationships have really or serious problems because someone will say, you know, I always do this and she doesn't ever do that. And I think what's really, really important is the communication as well. And so, you know, I think many times relationships end or relationships don't develop and grow because of the communication. And sometimes we think perception, of course, perception is reality, but many times, many issues and concerns in relationships can be solved with just a conversation. You know, I can remember, you know, conversations that I've had, you know, with Nora, and I'm sure she doesn't mind me saying that, you know, because sometimes you can be sensitive about something and it's just a matter of pointing it out and say, you know what, that's not my heart. That's not my heart. That's not what I was trying to do. And I think finally is when you are a great friend, sometimes it's okay to be the person that says, you know what, I apologize. That wasn't what I was trying to do. And so, you know, I think when you're developing a friendship, if it's important, you will take the necessary steps to make sure that that relationship is built solid and that communication is key.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, thank you. What about you, Andrea Scott? What do you deem important in developing that friendship? Oh my goodness, no voice? What happened to her audio? Can you guys hear her?
No.
No, we can't.
No, we can't hear you, Andrea. Oh wow, she was so good a minute ago. We've lost her audio, you guys. We'll come back to her. We will. Andrea, okay, we've lost her. She'll come back to us. Sister Nora, what do you feel is important in developing a relationship?
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Sabrina. First of all, appreciating my cards that I send you, even talking about you all can't read them. Okay. Who's there? Hello, somebody.
They're always pretty. They're always pretty.
Okay. They know me. Okay. No, but you know what, guys? I love the fact that in developing a relationship that you are the lid lifters. You're never putting the lid on anybody. And people should always feel, or friends should always feel better when they leave your presence. And if they don't, it's okay in that friendship that you're able to tell them that. You know what, like I'll tell Sabrina all the time, I did not like what you said or how you said it. You really need to change that.
All the time. All the time. People come and get on my case, okay?
But you know what? The friendship, guys, you know, the love, the fact that in developing that, what we learn from each other. And I just like to talk about Sabrina for a minute. When you walk into her house, the love that you feel from her children, her husband, I mean, it's just so amazing. I want to take all of that and put it in a bottle and bring it home and sprinkle it on everybody in my household. Okay. And just the developing of that. I mean, you know, to go to Chris's house and her dog, you know, I mean, meet you at the doorway, want to jump on you. I mean, just those kinds of things that are just, that make you feel good in developing that relationship with all of them, not just them, but their husbands and their children. I mean, and you can tell I'm the connected one. I have to always remind them. But you know, that connectedness that we have, we value that. We truly, truly value that. And that's really important in developing developing a relationship. It should be, you should reciprocate that which you give out. You should be able to reciprocate. And there's nothing wrong with expecting that.
Right.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Andrea, are you there? Are you back, baby?
We still can't hear anything.
No. Okay. Well, we have to come back. But you know, in developing that relationship, you guys, it takes work. It takes work to build healthy relationships. And I do know that sometimes we as women, we like, I'm done. I'm over her. I'm not calling her. Pride goeth before fall. I mean, I've gone through that in my life. And as I get to this stage and age in life, you know, my mother told me early on, Sabrina, if you have one good friend in life, that's more than many will ever have. And so I've always taken that heart. And my mother always taught me that to have a good friend, you've got to be a good friend. And to be a good friend, you have to, and that's what I teach my children. You initiate the conversation. You initiate the contact. You be more giving of yourself and of your time. And so it does take time and it takes effort. And but when you think about it, you guys, in life, what is more important than healthy friendships? That's so, so very important. All right. And so you guys, somebody will text me when we can hear Andrea. How about that?
Okay, that's good.
Okay. All right. You guys, I have lost my place here and I'm the
Well, you know what? I have a story I want to say.
Okay.
You know, I love the part that we were talking about developing friendships. And so I think one of the places that we can be is, as we are listening with so many friends on the webinar tonight, to encourage them to reach out to somebody who maybe you were too short on when you knew you want that relationship. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, but just think maybe who might you have enjoyed having a longer relationship with, but because they haven't reached out to you and you haven't reached out to them, you know, that's that place that says, well, if I reach out to her, will she receive me? Will we go back to where we once were? What should we do? So I just want to encourage you to really think about one or two people that maybe you haven't reached out to in a minute and reach out to them now, because girlfriends matter. And we really want to encourage you to open up that tribe, because we know that that tribe can make a difference. You know, as I listened to Nora, I was reminded about her very special celebration that she had last September, where she renewed her vows. And we're the kind of girlfriends who know like everything about each other. Like we like know everything about each other, like everything. Well, I will say that Sabrina and Nora know a little bit more about each other than the rest of us, but we'll talk about that later. So we're sitting at the table and Nora surprises all of us with a renewal of her vows, like a wedding. And we had come for a different celebration. And then because Katrina's husband was doing the ceremony, Pastor Anthony Earl, we all looked at her like, you knew the secret? We were like almost forgot about the renewal of the vows because somebody knew a secret that the rest of us didn't know. We were like, okay, like really okay. But it's so fun to have that kind of girlfriend where you get in their space, and just really allow everybody to be in their lane. And that was such a joy. That was such a joy. So I really encourage you guys to think about somebody who you can renew your relationship as you develop new ones and as we develop relationships with you. Andrea, you there with us?
I am.
That's exciting. It's exciting.
I am. Can you guys hear me? Finally?
Yeah.
Oh, praise the Lord. Okay. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it short, but I'm gonna keep it real. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all, developing relationships take a lot of time, commitment, and energy. It really does. And I'm going to tell you, when I was young, and y'all know, when we were younger, like everybody was our girlfriend, right? Like if we got married, we would have had 15 girls in our bridal party because everybody was our girlfriend, right? And when you're single, you have no kids. I mean, you know, that time is really there. The older, I don't know about y'all, but I think the older that I've gotten, it's like, do I have room for another friend in my life? I mean, seriously, because it does take time. And if you really want deep, abiding friendships, it takes honesty, it takes trust, it takes time to develop those kind of intimate conversations, you know, and all of that. And, you know, when you're married and you have kids, you can't be kind of like what Gloria said, you can't feel badly about not really having the time, because sometimes we just don't have the time, you know what I mean? And so I don't feel badly about it. And if God there's certain people that are going to be in your life, certain people that are going to be acquaintances, but I truly believe that the people that are supposed to be assigned to us will be the ones that we will find the time. You have to evaluate, is this someone that I want to invest time in? It's just like any other relationship, whether you're dating or anything like that, or a marriage, relationships just take time. And so, you know, that's my take on it. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. I agree with what all my sisters said, but I'm keeping it real. I got all the friends I want right now. I mean, I'm always open, but you know.
But you know what, Andrea, you brought up something really good, and I wanna piggyback on that, because in the development of relationships, you said something that I thought was really key, which was time is important. And you had a very important wedding, and all of us would have been there if we could.
Oh, yes.
Right? But we couldn't all be there.
Right.
And so she was so understanding. And to me, that was a gift to all of us. For those of us who couldn't be there, she knew we loved her. She knew what that was all about. And for those who could, they made it there. And I think that's a large part of women learning how to develop strong tribes and learning how to really embrace each other, because what they're able to do and not do does not define the friendship.
Absolutely. And you know, just real quickly, Nora Sharif Borden, I tell you, I love this woman. I love all of these women that are here, and those who, you guys who are watching, who are my girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? We have that relationship. But I'm going to tell you that Nora called me crying because she could not make my wedding. Like, I wasn't crying because she couldn't make it, because I was marrying my best friend, okay? Later for her. And all y'all, I didn't care who came and who didn't come.
That's because she changed the date.
But I did change the date. Long story. But Nora called me and cried because she was going to miss my special day, because she was so happy for me. And I love her for that. I love you for that, Nora. So anyway, that's that.
Yep. I'm sorry I didn't cry.
Especially, Gloria, I wasn't expecting you to cry. If Gloria would have cried, then I would have been calling 911, 411, 611 or something, okay?
Oh my goodness.
But we beat up Chrisette. We like, Chrisette, you better social media every bit of that wedding, before, during, after, everything.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. One of our girlfriends in our tribe, you guys, she states that she's been hurt in several friendships. Therefore, she no longer trusts and finds it difficult to invite new friendships in. What advice would you give her? First Lady Kristin Ellis, what would you say to our girlfriend in the tribe who's been hurt and she's not real open to new relationships right now?
That is a great question. And I know that there's so many of our girlfriend tribe that may be on, and maybe you've been hurt. And I guarantee you, each of us have been hurt at one time or another in a relationship. And, you know, I remember, you know, in college, pretty much my freshman year, and I had established a really good relationship with someone that was there, and I was really, really excited. It was my first year in college, and I later found out that she had told our RA like a huge lie. I mean, she had told my RA that, you know, the reason I was going home every weekend because I was pregnant, and my RA called me in. And seriously. And I don't even know if you guys knew this story.
No, we did not.
No, this is our first time hearing this story.
Okay, so breaking news, right? And so my RA called me in, and you know, she was like, "Oh my God!" When I would go to eat in the cafeteria, she would always say to me, "Are you eating enough?" And I was wondering, why would she be so concerned about what I'm eating? And long story short, she told me the reason that she did that. And I'm telling you, my heart was really, really broken, because this is someone who I had opened myself up to. I thought we had a great friendship. And literally, I had no idea why she would tell that kind of lie. But let me tell you what I learned through that. And this is something that's so valuable, is that is going to happen, because that's just life. But what I also learned is that if you try to protect your heart from every individual that may come into your life, you will miss some of the best friendships you could ever have. So can I say that, you know, opening yourself up can be a risk? Absolutely, it can. But what I can say is this: even though that was painful, that was hurtful, I made a decision not to close my heart to other women that were coming into my life, even though I knew that probably wasn't going to be the first or the last time that I was hurt, but I knew that there were going to be women that came into my life that were going to be in my life for a lifetime. So I want to encourage you not to be in a place where you allow bitterness and hurt pain to define you, because there are women out there that will value you, that will encourage you, and that will give you the friendship that you're looking for. But just like a closed hand cannot receive anything, you have to be willing to open up. And yeah, that's the risk we take in this thing called life. But I guarantee you, if you just take another chance on it, and God will send you. And one of the things that's important is the power of prayer. Yeah. Praying and asking God to send you the quality friendships, the quality women that you want to have in your life. We have not because we ask not. And you know what? I'm encouraging you to be specific. If that particular girlfriend hurt you, be specific about the kind of girlfriend you want in your life. And I'm just here to tell you that he will send them into your life. So be willing to open yourself out and receive the love, because there are girlfriends out there that would love to have you a part of their girlfriend tribe.
And you know, I'd like to make another good point too, Chris. Others should not have to pay for what someone else did to you.
That's right.
Good, Nora.
You rob yourself, just like you said, Chrisette, you rob yourself of the friendships that God wants to send you, because you're allowing what someone else did to you to cause you not to open yourself. So really, you have allowed that person to rob you. So others, I always tell people, I'm not going to pay for what someone else did.
That's right.
No, that's really important. So good point.
I love everything that you said, Chrisette. And it's so, Andrea, when you were talking about relationships friendships taking time, it's just like I had to work on me, and because of the law of attraction, then I attracted the right man into my life. It's the same thing with friendships. Right. And so I just wanted to read from the book, our book, The Force of Friendship, 100 Powerful Inspirations. Unbelievable. On page 27, our girlfriend Gloria writes, creating strong people skills is important. Without them, the road to success is longer and harder. Your goal, everyone that you come in contact with feel better just because they passed your way. And so that's the kind of thing you put on your prayer list that Chrisette was talking about, praying. Nora says, there are choices that only we can make in life. Being a good girlfriend is a choice, you guys. Choose to live a life of greatness. Choose to live your life on purpose. Choose to be your authentic self. Choose to love yourself and others. This is good. Read my own book. This is so good. Choose your circle of friends. Remember, it is your choice. And then one other thing I just wanted to read. It jumped off the page 41. Andrea Scott. It says, can two walk together unless they are agreed? Amos 3:3. Walk with winners. I choose, she says, to live my life with no regrets. I choose to live full out and to conquer my fears. Abundant living is attainable, but it is also up for interpretation. Whatever abundant living means to you, it's time to go get it. And so there's gonna be hurt, but it's all in how you deal with that. Hurt people consistently. All of us hurt people not consistently and not on purpose. So it's creating an environment where you're not afraid to say and not too big to say you're sorry. That's the bottom line. Right. It's hurt will happen, but it's how you deal. I love that quote that you said the other day, Gloria, that someone said her life has been beautiful. You know, that we deal with so much in life that it's beautiful. Good. But we go through some real stuff, and when you're going through stuff, sometimes you're not, beautiful all the time. Right. But a good girlfriend will help to, sometimes they'll cut you up and then they'll stitch you back up, and help you get yourself all back together again. So some good stuff from the book.
Really good, you guys. Make sure, if you don't have our book, you guys, make sure you go to the website tonight and get the book. I keep it right by my nightstand, and honestly, it is 100 amazing inspirations, and they always leave you feeling better. You just read, from one of the chapters, and you really are inspired, and you feel better. One of our tribe girlfriends, she said, I've moved away from my friends. My interests are becoming different. Challenging to maintain those relationships. What should I do? Asked one of the girlfriends. Do I stick with those relationships that don't seem to be feeding me anymore? Or do I say bye-bye to that friend?
You know what? There are seasons in relationships. And sometimes, again, you'll know when that road has come to an end. I had a situation like that, and I realized that we had outgrown each other. That doesn't mean that I don't like her, I don't want to talk to her, I don't care about her. It's just that our roads were going in different directions. And so therefore, we don't have that friendship that we once had. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, you respect that person's choice, and hopefully they'll respect your choice. And so we just need to know that, I believe anyway, and guys, you can chime in on this, that there are seasons in your life where people do go in different directions.
You know, Nora, I'm sorry, Sabrina, I remember distinctly when I moved from Philadelphia to Jacksonville, got married and moved away, and had no friends here. I had never even heard of Jacksonville, and the people, especially someone who was my BFF, I just felt like I was the one always reaching out. I mean, like, I racked up a $400 phone bill just continuing to reach out and try to stay connected. And what I found was that when I left, it was kind of like I was out of sight and out of mind, and that really hurt me. And but here's the thing, that I just believe that iron sharpens iron, and there are some, like Nora said, there's seasons in life where God literally has to remove you so that he can grow you and use you to develop and cultivate other relationships. And while we always want to hold on to the same because that's our comfort zone, when we just say, okay, Lord, you know, whatever you have for me and whoever's coming into my life, God, I'm going to be open. And I know that you're going to use them to sharpen my edge, my dull edges. Because sometimes in relationships, they get stagnant in the same conversation over and over again. And sometimes we got to move away from those conversations to grow.
Right. I appreciate that, Andrea, Nora, for sure. One of the most freeing statements I heard early on, I was probably in my late 20s, and I heard, it's okay to outgrow people, places, and things.
That's right.
And that freed me up because it gave me permission to move on. And so we want to encourage our girlfriends out there in the tribe to reevaluate your circle of influence right now. If it's not feeding you and giving you joy, what is it doing? It's doing the exact opposite. It's stripping you of joy, of love, of light, of laughter. Life is to be lived, you guys. And we're here to encourage you that you deserve girlfriends who give you love, light, and laughter, for sure. That's what I think about this circle. Go ahead.
Let me add to that really quickly. There's a scripture that says, how can two walk together unless except they agree? And so, even within our relationship, the Bible also talks about iron sharpening iron. And because this relationship, everybody is different, but because we all choose and want to be better, I choose to be around people that want me to be better. And within our relationship, we all feed off of each other's personalities, off of each other's excellence. And in areas where I'm weak, they're strong. And in areas where I'm strong, some of them may be weak. But all together, we have a commonality, and that commonality is that we want to be the best that we can be, and we are open to hearing things. Sometimes, all of us have times in our lives where we're not our best. And in a friendship, you have to be willing to listen to people that love you. And one of the things that we say when we're having those difficult conversations is, hear my heart. And when you know the heart of the individual that is talking to you and they only want the best, then it puts you in a place where you're ready to receive what they want to share with you. And so in friendship, it is important that you are with individuals who value you, but with individuals where you believe that they're bringing something that will help you be a better person. If it's not helping you be a better person, helping you be the best, then you probably want to reevaluate that relationship.
I want to talk a little bit about something that I just love what you guys are talking about, which is when you move away and life changes, jobs change, families change, goals change, dreams change, and sometimes friends change. But we also know that we have an intuition. And women have a phenomenal intuition. And even with all those changes, sometimes we know that there's some friends that stay with you along the path. They just go like up in degrees and then down in degrees, and up in degrees and down in degrees. Right before we went on this webinar, maybe 2 or 3 hours, I said, I'm going to send a text to Toy. None of them really know Toy. Toy probably is my deepest friend. And all of us have one of them. You know, the girlfriend that you met that you don't remember when you met because your mother and her mother were best friends. And so you just grew up in the playpen together, and you grew up in the diapers together, and you grew up. I mean, that's how far Toy and I go back. Like, we don't know when we met. We're just like there. But we haven't talked in a long time. I see her on Facebook sometimes. She sees me on Facebook sometimes. And I sent her to her, and she said, you know, sent me kisses, kisses, kisses. Love, Gloria. I will totally get on. You know, it just is exciting to invite the fact that as life changes, sometimes we just go with our gut. And if you only see her every 5 years or 6 years or 6 months, if she brings that spark back because she says, hey, you know, that's the kind of girlfriend. That's the kind of girlfriend. That's the kind of tribe we are working to build together tonight. And that's why we talk so much about Girlfriends Matter. And that's why we love the fact that you joined us tonight.
Awesome.
Excellent. You guys, I'm cracking up on this thread. These girls are crazy. They're crazy.
I was trying not to laugh.
Yeah, we're trying to be as professional as we possibly can in this girlfriend situation. But I'll just tell you, they're crazy. Andrea, we were talking about the lighting on Chrisette's face, and Andrea said, you look like a ghost. And Gloria said, no, I like the way she looks. And Andrea said, okay, she looked like an angel. She looked like an angel ghost. Okay. So the bottom line is these women are crazy. They crack me up. We stay in each other's face. Nora, she the craziest one. Okay. But you got to have girlfriends that you trust. You got to have girlfriends who tell you the truth. You got to have girlfriends who, when you know you're being stank, they tell you, okay, I'm not.
When they lock your keys in your car and then your engine dies on your car.
All of that. So you guys, we are just talking about making a difference in this world by being a better girlfriend. It's a simple concept, but yet complex. And we got big goals, big dreams, which we're gonna do webinars. We're gonna do some girlfriend summits. We're talking about doing girlfriend cruises around the world. We want your input. We wanna travel with you.
Daughters and mothers too, we talked about that.
What we talked about, Nora?
Remember we talked about doing a conference with a daughter and mother.
Mother-daughter conferences, going into the school systems and having a mentoring program. Because when I tell you these young women, they need a lot of guidance in selecting relationships.
Our scholarship program too that we're going to put into place.
Right. We're so excited about that. Thank you so much. And I just want to just tell you guys, it's so amazing. God gave me that idea. And of course, I immediately took it to the person who I knew was going to jump right on board. But she was like, well, that don't sound like a good idea. And so, you know what? I said, I'm going to prove something to her. So I was in the nail salon and I said to the woman that was sitting next to me, I said, you know what? Would you consider purchasing a book if you thought that you had an opportunity to put your daughter into a drawing for $1,000 scholarship? She said, that is a no-brainer. Girl, I got off that phone and called her immediately. I said, she said, it's a no-brainer. So now what you think? She said, okay.
But you know, put a strange woman from the nail salon on the phone with me to prove her point. I'm like, girl, please. But anyway.
And then I called Chris, and Chris was right on board. She said, man, we could do 3 of them.
She didn't say them. She probably said 3 of them.
What she's saying, you need to know which girlfriend to call if you want your idea to be out.
Collaboration, you guys. So to the tribe out there, who are you collaborating with? What are your girlfriends up to? We want to make sure you go to our Facebook page. Katrina, we're going to throw it to you as we wrap up. Talk about some of the things that we're involved with, and then we'll end with Gloria. Go ahead, Katrina.
Well, you know, it's all about creating a conversation. So creating a conversation everywhere you go. Today, going to get some new glasses, not this one, but in the optometry, making a new girlfriend there. And a lot of times someone just commented on my shirt. And so we have a brand new shirt that says #GirlfriendsMatter. And we want everyone in our tribe to have one of those shirts because it creates the conversation. Girlfriends matter. What does that mean? It's a buzz that a lot of us hear. And we want that to trend on social media. We want women to be walking around wearing this shirt. So you can go to our website. Of course, it's www.theforceoffriendship.com. And you'll see a button that says 24-hour special. If you click on that special, you can see that the book, Force of Friendship, you can get it for the next 24 hours. Normally it's $19.99, but it's $15.99. And you can go ahead and grab your shirt as well. And if you do it in a bundle, it's a special. And if you already have a book, get it for your girlfriend. It is so important for us to get the word out and inspire women to really be all about Girlfriends Matter. And then once you get your shirt and your book, or just your book now, we want you to go. If you have questions or feedback, please go to our Facebook page even right now and let us know what you love. What would you love to hear more about? We're coming to a city near you. I promise. The next city is going to be Chicago. August 19th in the afternoon, we're going to have a beautiful location with a book signing. And so if you're on our mailing list, get your girlfriends on our mailing list, and you'll hear about everything that we're doing and we're creating. So tune in, follow us on Facebook. This is going to be on our YouTube channel. So find us on YouTube, Twitter. We're on all social media platforms, and we want to see you there. Post a picture with you and your girlfriends, #GirlfriendsMatter.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, give us feedback, you guys. Talk to us about what you'd like us to do together as a group, what you'd like to see this evolve into, because we want to do it with you. We really do. So, Gloria, we're going to go to you for the last words. Why don't you talk to us?
Well, you know what? I'm so excited because I love the way that we talk about each other and with each other and lift each other on social media. And it is the way that we communicate, you guys. And so you guys got to give us some feedback on social media. You got to give us your pictures. You got to give us your love. You know, let me just say this. For 45 minutes before the webinar, we were talking about what we were going to wear on the webinar.
Okay.
What shirt we going to wear?
Whose
shirt? This shirt, that shirt. I can't find that shirt. Katrina said, oh, I'm going to start ironing right now. I said, oh, let me iron my shirt. I didn't think about ironing my shirt. Then I couldn't find my shirt. My housekeeper quit 2 months ago. I don't even know what's clean. I don't even know what's clean. I don't even know if this clean. I'm telling you what now, I just like whatever. I mean, we just want to have fun with you. Yeah. We want to laugh with you. We want to go adventures with you. We want to see you. We want you to help us penetrate our community with Girlfriends Matter. Right. We want the young girls at 15 and 16 and 17 years old know what it's like to invest in your girlfriends. We want to know the women who are 30 and 40 have great girlfriends. We want the girlfriends that are 65 and 75 and 85 who are our role models to know what good girlfriends are. We want to hear the stories. We want not just the regular just chat. We want to hear the stories. It's true. You will find us on Twitter, some of us. You will find us on Instagram, some of us. You will find us on Facebook, some of us. You will find us on Snapchat, few of us. You will find us on Instagram stories, some of us, but you will find us. And guess what? We're looking for you. We're looking for you. Listen, we're talking about all different professions, all different journeys, all different races, all different backgrounds, all different hobbies, all different interests. We're looking for all different things. We're looking for people who have plenty of time for girlfriends, and we're looking for people who have no time for girlfriends, because we know that having girlfriends makes stress go down, makes fun go up, makes health go up. We want to meet your girlfriends. I want you to meet my best girlfriends. These girlfriends, my sisters, my other girlfriends, it's a wide range. And so we're happy. We want you to stay connected with us. Please do us a favor and join us on our list, because that way we can find you. And you know what? When you get your t-shirt, we want you to wear it proud. Don't forget the bra, but wear it proud, because we want to see the #Girlfriends Matter. We want you to have your book. We want you to tell people about your book. And let me tell you something. When someone's in a great mood, you can open up this book and go to something fabulous. When someone needs to hear a word, you can open up this book and go to something fabulous. When someone does need a note, don't ask Nora to write it, but if someone needs a note, you can go here and write a note just from this book. So we just want to extend the love. God put a vision in Nora's brain, and we are so eternally grateful for that because we do think it's going to be big. So we're glad you joined us tonight, and we can't wait to hear from you. Thank you for joining us on The Force of Friendship, because girlfriends matter. Hashtag girlfriends matter.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Love
You
y'all.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.